Wanda was a nurse at a hospital in New York City, and when she entered into the hospital room, she knew something that the patient did not. She knew that the patient was actually her dad. The father who, after she had been born 41 years prior, the father who had abandoned her and her family. But she went in to love him and to serve him as the nurse. And then she faced a decision. Would she excuse herself and let other people who didn't have that attachment to him take over? Or would she continue to try to find a way, even though she was his daughter, to still also serve as a nurse? And she made that decision to stay on the job and to stay on the task. And as she began to spend time with him in the first day or two, they realized very quickly that she was his daughter, and he acknowledged that. And he apologized and he said, "I'm sorry, I wasn't a good dad, and I hope that you'll forgive me." And she said, "I do forgive you, and I want to introduce you to my own 3 children." And then a few days later, she brought in her sister that he had also abandoned and her children. And then Wanda began showing up 3 hours early for her shift just to sit with her father and to be with him because she knew and he knew that he was about to die from cancer. And as he prepared to die, he said, "Wanda, I want to tell you again, I'm sorry and I hope you'll forgive me." And she said, "I do forgive you and I do love you. And I'm so grateful for this time that we could experience this healing." All because Wanda moved past the hurt. 41 years of wondering who her father was, wondering where her father was, not knowing any of that, that could have built into this huge reservoir of resentment and anger and bitterness. But she forced her way through that to the other side, to let go of all that and not to be held back, not to be saddled, to weigh down with that huge reservoir of nastiness, but to move through that to healing, to possibility, and to hope. She moved from abandonment to hope, which is a marvelous image for your fourth quarter of those things that are weighing you down, those disappointments, those resentments, those shortcomings, of moving through that, past the hurt, into a new possibility of what God may have in store for you in your fourth quarter now, but on the other side of the river then. Learn from Wanda. Move past the hurt.